Hi boys and girls. Today we are going to be working with the words from sort list number 16, and you will need a colored pencil with you today. All right, take a look at your words this week and see if you can find what these words have in common. Pause the video and give yourself time to think. Remember, you can take your words and move them around in front of you. See what you can do to figure out some patterns. All right, you may have realized that all of the words have 2 syllables, and almost all of the words have a long A sound. So today we're going to be looking at words that have long A sounds. All right, grab your colored pencil. We want to go through each of our words, and we're going to put our slash for our syllable breaks, okay? As always, you can do your slashes lightly and then go over them darker if you are unsure once the answers come up. Now, a few rules we have when breaking apart syllables. If there are any blends or digraphs, you're going to keep those 2 consonants together. So in the word complain, the P and the L are always going to stick together with super glue. I'm not going to break those apart, so I put my slash between the M and the P. All right, if there's a prefix or a suffix added onto a root word, then you are going to put the slash after the prefix or before the suffix at the end. And if you have 2 vowels together that make one sound, like first one's long, second one's silent, don't put a syllable break between them. They need to stick together. Go ahead and pause your video while you draw your slashes. All right, check your answers, and you can pause your video to do that. Okay, we have 3 groups we're going to sort our words into this week. We have the long A in the first syllable. Our second sort here is a long A in the second syllable. And there are 2 oddballs this week. So as you're sorting your words out, see if you can find those 2 words that don't fit perfectly into these 2 categories. Pause your video while you sort these. All right, go ahead and check your answers. All right, we're going to talk about the oddballs in just a minute. For now, let's look at the ones that fall into our 2 main categories with that long A in the first or second syllable. To make a long A sound in an accented syllable, we can use the AI, like you see in Painter. The I is silent, the A is long. In payment, we have an AY that will make a long A sound. And jumping over to amaze, there's an example of one that has A consonant E. That E makes the long A sound. Now you might be saying, what do you mean by an accented syllable? Well, that means that there is a syllable that has a little bit more emphasis when we say it. Okay? When we say basement, the base syllable has a little more of an emphasis, a little bit louder than the ment, basement. We don't say basement, okay? In amaze, this is our long A is in the second syllable. Our second syllable is the one that's accented here, amaze. We have a little bit of an emphasis on the maze part of our word there. All right, looking at our 2 oddballs this week, obey is our first one. It makes the long A sound, but it doesn't follow the spelling patterns. It is not an AI, an AY, or an A consonant E. It does make the long A sound with that EY, so this is why it's an oddball. Same sound, different spelling pattern. Right? When I look at the word private, it has the A consonant E on the end. It has this spelling pattern, but it doesn't make a long A sound. If it did follow the rules for A consonant E, we'd say private, and we don't. Okay? So we say private. So it follows the long A pattern, spelling pattern, but it does not make the long A sound. That's what makes it an oddball this week. Okay, we've already used our colored pencil, so I want you to go back to a regular pencil now, or if you wanted to use a second color, that would be fine, but don't use the same color that you did your slashes in. What I want you to do with each word is I want you to go and circle that spelling pattern that we've talked about. Okay, I have 3 already done for you. There were 3 that we talked about a minute ago with the AI in painter, the AY in payment, and the AZE in amaze. I want you to go through each of your words and circle that spelling pattern, one of those 3. Now don't worry about the oddballs because they're a little bit different in our rules this week. All of the others, I want you to circle the spelling pattern that makes the long A sound. Pause the video while you do that. All right, go ahead and check your answers for all of your words. All right, so this week we know we have long A's in the accented syllable. The first syllable is accented with your long A, or if the long A is in the second syllable, that is the accented syllable, the one we give a little more emphasis on when we naturally say the word, right? 2 oddballs, obey follows the sound but not the spelling pattern. Private follows the pattern but not the sound. Good job today. You can pack up your words and put them in a safe spot.